Joining me now, Stormy Daniels attorney Michael Avenatti. Michael, thanks for joining us. Let me ask you, what does your client hope to accomplish by going into this level of detail in her book, especially about the president?
Well, two things, Jim. First of all, she wants the American people to learn about her life and her journey thus far in her life and learn about her background. The majority of the book is not about Donald Trump. It's about how she grew up and what she's been through. And I think people are going to be very, very moved by the book. I know the first time I read the manuscript, I was very moved by it. This is an incredible woman. She's been through quite the journey, and I think people are going to be very intrigued and very moved, again, like I said, when they read it. And then secondly, Jim, she's included a lot of the details relating to Donald Trump because she's tired of being called a liar. She's been called a liar by Sarah Sanders repeatedly, by other people at the White House, speaking on behalf of Donald Trump. Michael Cohen has repeatedly called her a liar. People that work for Michael Cohen, who recently pled guilty, of course, and is a criminal, those individuals have called her a liar.
So is she just trying to get revenge with this book? Is this just to embarrass the president?
No, not at all, Jim. She wants people to believe her, and she wants people to have the details so that they are more likely to believe her. And I'm anxious to see what Michael Cohen's response is going to be, what Sarah Sanders' response is going to be, what Donald Trump's response is going to be relating to the details in this book. Are they going to come out and call my client a liar once again? I hope they do, because we're going to double down.
And what more can you tell us about this phone call Stormy Daniels says she overheard between President Trump and Hillary Clinton? Because it sounds like the way the president, I guess then citizen Trump at the time, talked about Hillary Clinton is very different than what we heard during the campaign.
Well, I think the content of that call is consistent with what Donald Trump said about Hillary Clinton prior to deciding he wanted to run for the election in 2016. I think at one point in time he contributed to her campaign. I believe that they were at each other's family functions from time to time, weddings and things like that. And I think that this call is consistent with what Donald Trump said then before he started running against Hillary Clinton for the presidency.
That he liked Hillary Clinton, basically.
Yeah, basically that he liked her and he thought very highly of her. It was only until he figured out that it was to his political advantage that he turned 180 degrees and spoke otherwise.
And what did Stormy Daniels' interactions with President Trump as a private citizen tell her about his fitness for office? Does she get into that in the book?
She does touch on that, and she touches on the fact, for instance, that Donald Trump was conspiring with her or suggesting to her that he would assist her in cheating on the show The Apprentice and would devise a strategy whereby she could stay on the show longer than she otherwise would stay on the show. And I mean, I think that says a lot about the lack of integrity of Donald Trump as a man. I mean, this is an individual that lies on a consistent basis, has no qualms about lying to the American people about any number of far more important things than The Apprentice.
And as you know, Michael Cohen, the president's former personal attorney, has already pleaded guilty to the payment to Stormy Daniels. He also implicated President Trump in that plea deal. Do you think more charges could be coming against the Trump organization or anyone else? What can you tell us about that?
I do anticipate that there's going to be additional charges. I don't think that prosecutors are close to being done yet relating to bringing additional charges. And at some point, Michael Cohen owes my client an apology for calling her a liar and for sending out people like David Schwartz and other lawyers to come on your network and other networks and to call my client a liar. And I think that this book firmly establishes that my client's telling the truth.
She wants to set the record straight. That's why she's doing this book.
Absolutely. And if people have facts, if Michael Cohen, Donald Trump, or Sarah Sanders or others have facts that undercut the facts and the evidence in this book, we'll let them come forward right now and let's have an educated discussion about it.
Okay, Michael Avenatti, thank you very much for joining us. We appreciate it.